How are we there, guys? And welcome back. Week off. Welcome back to another episode of the Smashing Crossbar Podcast. I'm your host, once again, Josh. See, week off. I'm fucking ruined it already. Benny, mate. Benny's here as always. How are we, mate?
I'm good, mate. I went to work today, got told that, I was going to be working all through lockdown, only to be told at 2:30 that we all got our marching orders and got told to fuck off and not come back till Thursday.
Oh, and then there was one essential worker left.
Oh, that's fucking... They've come out and re-clarified the rules twice today.
Noopy, how are you, buddy?
So at 9 o'clock we were able to work still, but by 2 o'clock that had all gone out the fucking window.
Absolutely. Turned to shit. Fair enough. Christopher Russell, how are you, mate?
G'day, lads.
Mobile Gaming, welcome. Lukey, as always, in here. How are you, champion? And then obviously Noopy lurking as he always does. How are we, guys?
My camera quality looks like absolute trash on stream.
Yeah, it looks pretty shithouse, to be honest, on my end too. I thought it was just my screen, but anyway. Specs are on, absolutely. Anyway, guys, here we go. Friggin' welcome to another week, another episode of the Smashing Crossbar Podcast. As we said, I'm your host, Josh. Specsavers are fucking shithouse. Make sure you guys get down there to Gabriel Mar Optometrist, our major sponsor down there at Jesmond. Be sure to go down and see the guys. Obviously the girls, all the girls behind the desk, Gabe himself, and obviously Lockie, while stock lasts for Lockie. Lockie, the soldier himself, is obviously going to depart, and obviously venture out into a world unknown for him, considering he spent the last 20 odd years friggin' working with his father. So that could be an interesting thought.
Evening, Matty. Evening, Noopy. Evening, Lukey. Mobile Gaming and Christopher Russell.
So, yeah, as we said, guys, be sure, there it is there. I'll whack it up on the screen. Be sure to go check out Gabriel Mar Optometrist at Jesmond for all your eye care needs. The girls down there will help you out. As some of you may have seen on the Facebook page, Claire Coelho was in there the other week picking up her set of glasses. So, yeah, obviously it's getting out there. The Jets are in there, obviously getting their gear, so be sure to join them and go get your stuff as well. Anyway, we're going to get into a week of football, a week of what was, week of results and draws and women's football. Luck. Bit of women's football I got to go down there and have a gander at, which was good. Probably the only game I'll probably see this season, but you know.
I tried.
The way things are going at the moment, guess who? There he is, Mary. Welcome.
Mary.
Phone is going absolutely apeshit at the moment, so we're going to try and friggin' can that. Anyway, let's get underway. Let's get into the week that was. We may as well start with obviously the biggest topic of the lot. We cannot go past Deansy's appointment. Deansy's appointment. What better place to start than obviously talking about the man who probably deserved it, obviously in the last, probably mid last season, obviously when he took it off, obviously Merrick and so forth. Obviously took it there for a bit before they found Carl, and obviously showed his worth in that period, and then obviously from the start of the season. So what was everyone's thoughts on it, Ben? What'd you take out of it? What you expected?
I said this to you on the phone, and it makes me laugh every time I think about it. I understand the social media bloke at the Jets is new, and he's got to do his job. He's got to hype it up, and there's all this hype to announce your head coach that we've already had for 6 months.
Yeah,
like I give things his due. I mean, at the end of the day, we did see on social media names did leak, and it did end up coming down to him or Kenny Lowe.
Yep.
To be brutally honest, wouldn't have minded either option.
Wouldn't have minded both of them.
Wouldn't have minded both.
Yeah, Deansy's an assistant to Lowe. Happy days.
Well, as far as I'm aware, Kenny Lowe's still working with the youth setup at Perth.
No,
100% sure.
no. He won the Western Australian MPL with
Yonderlip.
yes, the one. So you could technically say he's still involved with the youth in a way, because I'm sure a lot of those boys there probably do find their.
But at the same point, he was always big on youth. He always said that at Perth as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Loves his youth football. He's really good with obviously the youth setups and so forth in the past. It's probably the main reason why he lasted so long at Perth was because of how well he did with the youth setup. Again, even if it wasn't at Perth in general, it was getting those guys obviously over the line somewhere else, which obviously meant money into the club. So,
of course,
as long as you are, as much as it is all about winning and winning titles, if you're producing a lot of money for the club, why not?
But yes, at the same point, we here at Crossbar Capers would like to officially welcome Deansy and congratulate him on taking the top job.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously welcome, as we've said, to the new media manager as well. He's been doing some good things. It's been doing some good things, obviously.
Our social media is on point.
Yeah, it's looking good. It's good.
It's good to see.
Again, let's be honest. No disrespect to Nate, but it didn't need a lot of help. It didn't need a lot of work. Just producing something every day and a little more than what had been done is what we needed. It's simple things, just like that little interview or little thing with one of the new signings we picked up. Bloody Saharian. I'm not even going to try it. The Indonesian bloke, obviously, who was in quarantine.
Saharian?
It's Saharian Abinanayu or something along those lines. He's Indonesian.
Abimanyu.
Indonesian. He's 21 years of age. We'll touch on the two signings in a bit.
We'll get into them. Who's the new social media guy? Who's the new media manager?
Unfortunately, we didn't get the call up.
Yeah.
So it's not us.
We were overlooked.
Yeah. Nate's his name, and he obviously he worked with the Knights a while back. He's worked at Fox Sports. He's done his rounds and so forth. Knows his stuff, and obviously, as I'm sure everyone's seen on the Jets Facebook pages and stuff like that, is getting into a bit of info and getting into a bit of,
he's
content.
getting the meat and potatoes out of stuff.
Yeah, he's getting the content out there, which is what we need to see. So, Matty Aldridge, welcome, my friend. Yeah, Luke, that doesn't help me. I'm reading that name right here as well. If you can drop an audio clip of how to say his name, that'd be great. But yeah, what have we got here? Matty Taylor.
Wait till Fox Sports start butchering him.
No, I can't wait for it. Absolutely, maybe
can't wait.
Interview him so we can do a Q&A on him. Well, that's the plan. As I said, we're going to let him settle in and get his feet and whatever and everything else, and then obviously
born on Australia Day.
Who, Nate?
No.
Huh.
Say hearing.
What?
Say hearing.
He was born on what?
He's born on Australia Day. Not Australia Day, sorry. Anzac Day. Anzac Day, sorry.
Sitting there going, where the fuck have you got your information?
I am 10 years and 2 days older than him.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's why Ben did not get the media gig. Anyway,
I'm 10 years and 2 days older than him.
If you guys have got anything you guys want to talk about, obviously we're going to touch on, obviously, as we said, Deansy, Thurgate signing his new contract. We're going to talk a little bit, we're going to go indulge into the dark side a little bit this week. We are going to talk about the Coast and their successful run at the moment, because at the end of the day, as much as we hate them and shit like that, you can't take away, obviously, the backroom staff and what they've done in the last 12 months. It's freaking impressive. And at the end of the day, it's good to see. It makes the F3 derbies enjoyable.
I warned people about this years ago. They're biding their time. It'll happen.
Absolutely. And then obviously we'll talk a little bit on world football, a little bit of funny stuff, obviously, in the last couple of days, which we'll get into a little bit later on, which I haven't even spoken to Ben about, but he'll know what I'm talking about once I say it.
Yeah. Are we getting used to lockdown, bloody Daniel Andrews? let's get this let's get this out of the way quick. He's doing what he has to do.
Yeah.
And it's going to all benefit us as much as we fucking hate it.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. And if it means that we're going to go into an extra 2 weeks lockdown, it's what we've got to do. The vaccine obviously has arrived into the country. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I have no idea. All I can say is I'm glad I'm not going to be the first one to get tested. That's pretty much all I'm going to say about that.
Agreed.
As a whole, and I find if the PM isn't the first one to be tested, I think that's a bit shit.
He'll be one of the last to have it, mate, because it's too experimental.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, what do we got here? I would rather the Mariners in first instead of Sydney FC. I'd agree with that.
I'd agree with that.
The Coast are doing similar things to what the Jets done in that grand final season. Yeah, biggest thing is with that, though, the biggest difference, mobile gaming, is they've got no money. And they're doing it. We had money at that point.
They're not. They're using their talent wisely, whereas when the Jets did it, the Jets had a lot of luck.
That, and again, we had a lot of money. That was right at the start of the friggin' Ledman Group era and so forth. So that's when.
Agreed, Matty Taylor. I did see that today. Melbourne Victory were posting on social media, all guns blazing, that the game was going to go ahead. It's not going to go ahead.
Yeah, well,
the girls were turned around at Melbourne Airport.
Oh no, they got to the hotel room.
They got to the hotel room. Then got told to go back to Melbourne Airport.
They got to the hotel. They checked in.
Hope they weren't staying at the Holiday Inn.
They were just racking up the fly points. That's all it was. Next one's free.
Yeah.
Freaking.
As long as they weren't staying at the Holiday Inn, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Crowd wise. As for the game, it may go ahead. But again, that would only happen if we stay out of lockdown. If we go out of lockdown. As for crowds, I still think even if we go out of lockdown, I think you'll still be very hesitant.
We won't go.
But at the end of the day, we'll soon find out, because we'll find out before then, because obviously Thursday morning is obviously when we're meant to go out of lockdown, and Thursday lunchtime, Australian Open still going. So if there's crowds there, I dare say you'll probably be able to have crowds. If they're still without it, won't happen. So
it'd be very limited crowds.
Yeah.
Very limited.
Yeah. Wellington Phoenix next game at home, 20th Feb. Absolutely. Anyway, how's everyone been? That's the other thing. Obviously, we've been away for a week. How's everyone been? Did anyone go to the game? Anyone watching from Brisbane? Dylan Watkins in the house? No?
Yeah, Phil. I saw he made the trip up.
Absolutely. Why not? Matty Vandenberg.
There we go. Jets had talent as well. Naboot, Jimmy, Georgieski, Vargas, Pato Rodriguez, Champness, O'Donovan, McGree. I agree with all of those except the potato. I'd agree with all of those except the potato.
Yeah, and again, all of those people cost money.
Georgieski is a prime example.
Yeah. Exactly right. Georgieski. Well, that's the biggest thing. He was riding on a high, friggin' MVP, the season before at Melbourne Victory in the grand final. Comes to the Jets. Great player, turns over, friggin', massive fan base, plays really well. Now goes to Western Sydney Wanderers, and he's lucky to make the bench. It's disgusting.
Carl's not a fan.
Nah, and it's disgusting.
Carl's not a fan.
He's a talent. He's a great player. So
even at his age now, I'd happily have him back. In saying that, though, as well, he mentions a few names in there. Vargas, we knew nothing about and spent most of the season out. So you can't really count him.
Yeah.
Pato had one good goal, and it was his only goal, and it was the only game he decided he wanted to show up in.
Yeah.
Chapness was raw. O'Donovan was purely O'Donovan, a 1-in-2 man.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned McGree. McGree, yes, is a talent, but again was still raw and got lucky with the scorpion kick. Dimmy was Dimmy had just settled in. So he was spearheading a lot, but can be selfish at points when things don't go his way.
Yep.
And Naboot was Rossing Ray in the second division in Indonesia.
Yeah. Bloody oath.
A lot of those players came through with luck. They had a turn of form.
And that's the biggest thing as well. Mobile gaming, they cost nothing at that point. All those players did. They cost nothing.
Yeah.
It made Dimmy... Well, it was Dimmy's best season. Of course it was, because he had all these raw, talented players under him. He was the senior figure there. He was... And
nobody had worked him out yet.
Yeah, he was paid to play well, and he did. And the other guys that came in were, let's help him out. Let's give him something to pass to.
Yeah, but once a lot of A-League teams had worked him out, didn't take them long to work out that if you stick two on him, you piss him off and get him frustrated, because when he goes frustrated, he gets selfish and he takes pot shots.
Yeah. So everyone
FIFA, we call that the composure stat.
What do we got? Everyone's obviously watched the game from West, watched the game from home, forming ourselves a little squadron of our own at West. Absolutely.
Live streaming.
Absolutely. Why not? I sat at home with a friggin' beer and yelled abuse at the TV and the referee and friggin' everyone else in between.
FIFA and yelling abuse at the TV over to my right-hand side that I keep darting my eyes across to.
So, at the end of the day, friggin', it was an interesting game. Let's, we'll start with that, obviously. What was everyone's take on it? Duncan, obviously, man of the match. Meh. He played okay. I wouldn't say he played fantastic. If he played fantastic, at least one of those ones, the one that the header into the roof of the net was not his fault, and he was never going to get anywhere near that. But the one that he missed, which he slammed the floor about, and then got up so quick like he friggin' won the friggin' bloody bingo at friggin' the local pub when they ruled it offside. I've never seen a bloke so relieved in my life, because if that went in and it was a goal, he was going to get roasted.
Oh yeah.
It was that's how bad it was, in my opinion. How is your baby girl post-op? What?
Post-operation.
No one's been in operation. No one's had an operation. Touch wood. No. Mary, no one's had an operation. No one. She's good though. Baby's good. My car friggin' shit itself last week. That's why we missed out on the pod. Because I ended up friggin' crawling into a ditch.
We've both done that now.
When me clutch and all that sort of shit friggin' shit itself. So yeah, but no operations or anything. Family's good.
Offside flag and Duncan saved us yesterday. I would go so far as to say that
offside flag did.
And I said this to you in the car on the way home today before we were discussing today's pod. Duncan, we shouldn't be rewarding Duncan for the way that he. Okay, this may sound a bit wrong. We shouldn't be rewarding for Duncan the way that he played against Brisbane. For the simple fact that he should be playing like that every fucking week. To that standard.
Yeah.
So when he plays like that, after 3 horrid performances,
of
course he's going to get man of the match because it stood out.
Correct.
Okay, one of the saves was an absolute freak. He looked active.
Yeah, he looked busy. He looked commanding.
He looked active. He looked ready.
Yeah. Not Liam ready.
Whereas Whereas in the prior few weeks, he's always had a late reaction. Whether that was the change in formation, and system, the way that they've been told to play. When we play 3 or 5 at the back, Duncan needs to be a sweeper keeper. Duncan is not a goalkeeper that plays well with his feet. He's a traditional style goalkeeper. So to ask him to do that, of course, the sweeper keeper needs to be a bit further forward in his box, more off his line. And with his reaction time, he can't necessarily do that. I just think he needs a lot more time to train in that before we put him in a system that utilises that. And I think that is part of Duncan's problem.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Dylan, welcome, mate.
Welcome, Dill.
Yeah, and as Mobile Gaming said, friggin', the goal that was offside that went in should have been saved to start with. And that is purely correct. He knows he should have saved that. The way he hit that ground, he knows. You don't have to tell him. You don't have to kick shit out of him. You don't have to friggin', tell him. He knows. And he got very, very lucky. And if that went in, would he have been man of the match? Absolutely not. Would he have been goalkeeper of the week? Absolutely not.
Well played, Noopy.
Yeah. Noopy can piss off for that comment. Leave Liverpool out of this, mate. I'm not going to even go into friggin' West Brom and everything else and what happened friggin' with United, so staying away from it. Lukey, you're safe this week. What do we got here? It was told to me yesterday by a certain club photographer that Duncan is the best keeper in the A-League and we're lucky to have him. Well, I wouldn't go that far. There's no way.
Philip Curto is the best goalkeeper in the A-League.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
You're going to sit there and tell me... that Federici is not the best keeper.
Okay, Feckle.
To be fair,
to be fair.
You can't deny.
I actually forgot MacArthur in the league.
There it is. Yeah.
I don't think I've even watched a MacArthur game yet.
There it is.
I don't think I've even watched a MacArthur game yet. No, to be honest, I legit forgot MacArthur in the league.
Round of applause goes to Ben. How about the Wanderers not having conceded in open play? Very impressive, but very accurate and very common with Carl's friggin' way of play. It's that simple.
That's Carl's system.
Yeah, that's his system and that's his baby. That's what makes him look good. That is purely what makes him look good.
On the plus side to that, we know he's a manager that only has one system. Which is why we'll do well against them. Because we know how to break it down.
Federici is way better than Duncan. There it is.
Yeah. Yes, mobile gaming. Fucking BK. Can't forget BK. I'd go so far as to say that Birras is a better keeper than Duncan. As well.
Birighetti.
Birighetti is a better keeper.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Even playing with a shocking Central Coast as he has done for a few years.
Look at him now.
He was their saviour. No, but when they were shit, he's the one that kept him in games.
Yeah. Look, honestly, I don't... Again, this has got... he's my keeper. He's our keeper. So, but he's not in the top 3. He's not in the top 4.
He also told me to open up both eyes and watch the game. That's a bit rude.
Yeah, wow. Bloody hell. Photographer. Who was it? Friggin' Sprawley.
It was a sprout.
Sprawls. Anyway, but yeah, that's it. He's definitely not the best keeper in the league. I'm telling you that right now. He needs a lot of help. Not in goalkeeping himself, but obviously he needs a lot of help from his back line. Because at the end of the day, every keeper's different. You know what I mean? It's what makes friggin' Young look so good at Brisbane.
Keeper is only as good as the defence you put in front of him.
Because his back line hasn't changed all that much at all in years.
Yeah.
He's been there that long. You know?
And so have they.
Well, that's what I mean, but if you can keep a keeper, it's why shit, I've just gone blank.
Liam Reddy.
No, not Liam Reddy.
Redmayne.
No, Adelaide keeper. Former Adelaide.
Izzo.
No, former. Before him. He's on the board. Glegovic. It's why he was so good. Because he stayed there for so long, and one or two defenders may have come or gone, but the core was still there. He was there.
The system was still there.
If the back line if the whole back line stays and the one keeper comes in, it's still shambles to start with. Because they've got a system and the keeper then has to form into that system. It's, it's that simple. It's why Federici is looking so good at the moment. Not one, because he's a class act and he is a great keeper. But two, there's no chemistry. There was no chemistry to start with. They had to form it themselves.
Uh-huh.
So there's nothing there that's breaking that back line. Even if it's a young fullback who may get 1 or 2 games this season, he knows the system. He's there.
No, he gave it to me.
What? We actually have some content.
Maybe he should stick to taking photos then.
Yeah. How bloody good's the social pages recently? Absolutely. We're talking about that deal. We're talking about that. How good friggin' Nate's doing, obviously, in regards to the Facebook pages.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.
As we said, though, it wouldn't have taken much. Just post something up there every day. Sounds great.
It's not hard to schedule a post. We do it here all the time.
Yeah, that's it. It's
Except
raining.
today.
Oh, you lucky bastards. It's friggin' hot here.
Yeah, warm air.
Lockie, how are you, mate?
Okay.
Specs on for the boys.
Right.
But yeah, so anyway, the content's good. Obviously, the game itself was pretty atrocious, which we hadn't even got into because we've got talking about keepers and shit now. The game was pretty average, in my opinion. We got away with a draw, in my opinion. Probably should have lost that game, to be fair. But at the end of the day, as a Jets fan, you take what you can. We're currently sitting in forever 7th, as always. Hopefully, we can get up the board a little bit.
Yeah, I saw that, Dylan.
Yeah.
Luridan,
yeah. So, we'll talk about them in a little bit, Dill. We'll talk about those boys obviously coming in and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's moved on. We'll take the point. Brisbane are looking good at the moment. They're playing good football.
They're on fire at the moment. They're in form.
Dylan Wenzel-Halls, who was on the scrap heap last season, to be where he is now, is quite impressive.
And was offered to us on loan.
Should have taken him.
And we declined.
What do we got? Brisbane fans, they were robbed. Both goals were onside. Both goals were onside. What?
I didn't see that in that hard of detail because I was streaming at the same time.
No, they weren't. They were definitely not onside. Well, the one that Duncan clearly missed and should have saved by the Asian guy, number 10, was
Suzuki?
Suzuki, clear offside. Do the coaches stay up top once they start playing? That's the biggest question.
That's the big question.
We did touch on that a little bit, obviously, about the coast being on top, which is impressive, and it's good to see, obviously, from where they were. We'll admit Staj has them playing some nice football. Yeah, and we touched on that a little bit, Dill. I don't know if you heard it, but yeah. At the start, we touched on that a little bit. They are playing great football, and considering, again, they're in a situation no different to us, well, probably worse than us, to be fair, at the moment.
They're getting a lot out of their set pieces.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. Do the coaches stay?
Who did Cole make look like an idiot the other day? We flicked it over his head. Was it him?
Carl.
Who was it? They flicked it over Diamante's head and made him look like an idiot.
I don't know.
Some player did it during the week.
Yeah. He's a great coach, Stadge, and he'll do good things there, and it'll only get better if they find a buyer who wants to pump money into the club. Yeah, so it'll be good. It's good for the derby. It's interesting. It makes it a challenge, and makes us a better club because we then have to fight for it. We really have to work for it.
An unpopular prediction: Mariners will miss out the top 6. I don't think so.
Not a chance.
No, not a chance.
Not a chance. No,
not a chance. I'll go so far as to say they'll make top 4.
Oh, easy. Put it this way: the only team who can catch them and take top spot off them currently is friggin' Sydney FC.
Oh, trust me, Dill. Trust me, Dill. We'll be getting into that specific statistic in a few moments.
On set pieces, ours aren't that crash hard. So.
Crossing in particular.
Yeah. Pretty average. Let's be honest. Friggin', but yeah, loot your dream. The coast missing out on the 6 is less likely to happen than friggin' United winning the title. Let's leave it at that. It's just not gonna happen.
We're more likely to get hashtag forever 7th again.
Yeah, I'll take those odds. Miller coming in should help. It's interesting to see actually, because he's back, he's training. He can't be that not fit. He's been playing in England in the freezing cold, in the shit and the rain and crap like that, which, as far as I'm concerned, only makes you a tougher player. And fit like shit. Can you imagine trudging through that shit all day?
I'll go so far as to say this. Miller coming back is a good thing, but it's also a bad thing as well. Miller is a good player. He's a very attacking-minded fullback. He's not a very defensive-minded fullback.
No.
And with us switching now to a 4-3-3, he's going to have to work on that defensive game. He has a little bit more freedom and a little bit more liberty if he's playing in a back 5.
Yeah.
A 4 at the back system is not Miller's strong suit.
100%. But yeah, we'll see what happens whenever that does eventuate and come into play. Who knows? Couldn't play last week. He got stuck in Victoria's lockdown. Oh, there you go, Bugger.
What was he doing here?
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. What was I just about to say? Obviously, we're talking about the stats and stuff like that. It was quite poor. Ben's got the stats. He had them up before. Obviously, I think the shots were pretty accurate.
Okay, so we just about lost in every single statistic. The highlights being we had 20 interceptions to Brisbane's 12, 1 offside to their 5, 2 corners to their 6. We were 112 odd passes off what they were. But here's the big one for me. Brisbane had 22 crosses with a crossing accuracy of 27.3%. To the Jets, 21 crosses, so 1 cross less, with the Jets crossing accuracy at 4.8%.
That's
You heard me right, 4.8%.
That's atrocious. That's terrible.
That is disgusting.
I find that funny because if we go back to training on Thursday, that's what I'm teaching. That's literally what me and Dale are running for our under-13s.
Corners.
Like crossing and corners and shit like that, because we played a game last weekend and we ended up winning. I think it was like 5-3 or some shit at the end. But the corners and the crosses and that were atrocious. They just sort of like if the opposition would fire one in, they just sort of stand there. Oh.
Right. That's your other stat that comes out of this too. So Brisbane had 11 recorded shots. We had 10.
Yes, still.
Their shooting accuracy was 27.3% to our 10%. 10%. So one of those shots.
The one that hit the post.
Yeah.
Oh, far out. What do we got? Idea. Costa didn't help. Absolutely. I'm mate, if he starts next week, that'll do me. Yeah. Mate, he's terrible.
Another area that we need to look at here. Brisbane had 12 tackles. We had 14. So we had 2 more tackles than Brisbane. Yet Brisbane's tackle success rate was 58.3% to the Jets' 42.9%. So we laid 2 more tackles, but we're nowhere near as accurate in those tackles.
Well, the more tackles makes sense because they freaking got more shots off, so that would make sense. Which means they got into the box a lot more than we did. But 100%. It's just terrible to statistics.
Yeah.
It's just, there's way too many for...
And people are turning around and saying that we should have won that game. Yeah. No way in hell. We got lucky.
Oh, absolutely, we got lucky. Absolutely.
We just got lucky for the simple fact that Brisbane couldn't put it away.
Well... yeah, they could.
Legally.
couldn't get in the right position. Totally agree. Totally agree. Like Costa for me was atrocious. He played terrible.
He was terrible.
Yeah, really bad. I would play Lucas over him. surely Lucas starts over him. And Lucas, to be fair, had a shocker. He does good things. He needs
confidence.
Yeah, he does good things. He just, I don't know, some of his positioning and some of his thinking, the way he thinks, just doesn't add up to me. Like, he'll do something once, and where he probably should have shot, he crosses the ball or whatever. And in times when he should have passed or crossed it or something like that, he freaking shoots. I just don't get that. It fathoms me. He had one shot there and it went up over the bar or whatever it was. And he probably, if he'd laid that square to either O'Donovan or Yule, better option.
That you did. Luke.
That, and Lucas, his biggest problem, he's only got a left foot. Has to turn. He always turns when he gets out there onto his left.
Yeah.
Always. There was one prime one there. He ran down there or whatever it was. And as soon as he started running down there, I think it sort of twigged halfway through his run and went,
crap.
Shit, I'm on the right. And then just like this full stop and then friggin' turn and laid straight back.
Yeah.
It was just that's not happening. What have we got here? Costa. Deansy kept saying the conditions were too windy to play properly. I call bullshit, mate. I didn't hear that, and honestly, I'm not. Did you hear him say that?
It was in his presser.
It was in his presser, mate. That's disgusting. You're a professional coach, and they're professional athletes. You adapt to the freaking game.
Doesn't matter if it's Brisbane Roar versus Newcastle Jets, or if it's Melton Venus versus fucking Satellite City. The wind doesn't change depending on who's playing. If it were us, we'd have to play with it. We'd have to play in it, and we'd have to adapt as amateurs.
Yeah.
You instantly notice when you hit a ball in the air, even when we used to play, if it hits in the air and it comes back towards you, you know you're not going to fucking do that again.
Yeah.
Keep it on the deck.
Yeah. Lucas didn't play in the back line yesterday. He played in the wing.
Who did he sub on for? Costa? Yeah, it would have been right midfield.
Right wing. Yeah. Lucas is not a fullback. No, of course not. I think Lucas does all right. Lucas is fine. I've got no. Again, he's young. Yeah. He's raw. He will be a good talent, and I see him in the game long term. Yeah. I think he will get. I think he'll get there. It's just one of these things where some people can, play out of position or whatever it is and do really well. Some people coast, and he coasted in that position.
Yeah, he said to us as well that he doesn't like being played on the right side.
No, it doesn't matter though. I don't like being.
Right, again,
I don't like being played on the left because friggin', you know what I mean. Like, I can cross a ball on my left, and I'm right-footed. Like, I've got no dramas crossing the ball off my left. I
can't do anything on my left.
I just don't like playing out there because it just, for me, it doesn't feel natural. It's just different. So, but at the end of the day, if coach sits there and goes, "Friggin' playing you on the left," you're going out there.
Yeah, that's right, and that's also what Lucas said. He'll play wherever the gaffer wants him to play.
Yeah, exactly right. Lucas, how are we, mate? Welcome,
Lucas.
Absolutely, never tear us apart, bloody oath. You played at the conditions on today, yeah.
We're standing 1.5 meters apart.
Absolutely. But yeah, anyway. But that's pretty much that. Friggin' the game was, in my opinion, friggin' not that crash hot. Again, Ben and the way we think is a lot different to others. I know there's a few people in here who think like us. We are very statistically minded.
We're very analytical. We don't watch a game as fans. We watch a game as...
It's why I like...
From an analytical point of view.
Yeah, it's why I like coaching and stuff like that, because to me it's the bolts and the nuts. It's the brains and the clogs and shit working. That's for me is exciting, and I can look at things like that and just watch the details and the little backdoor sort of stuff, and I can sort of tell where Deansy and that is going with his training and shit like that. I'm sure Lucas is one of those guys. Obviously, he coaches out at the Spartans there in Sydney.
Yeah.
Tough gig down there, mate. Freaking under 14s girls, mate. Freaking, I don't know how you do it.
Oof.
Look at that, 13 boys. 13 boys are bad enough. But you know, like again, his brain would be a lot different to said other Jets fans. You know, where they just want them to win. If they don't win, whatever.
I mean, I come at it from a different perspective to Josh. Every football match that I've ever played in my entire life gets played in here.
Yeah. That's me to a T.
Why? Because I never had the talent.
Yeah, it's me to a T. Oh.
I never had the talent.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I was a serviceable player.
Yeah.
But again, I used to have to learn to read the game a lot more than what a normal person would to be able to make up for my deficiencies.
Yeah.
That's why I played right back on the bench. Or right back to the bench.
I have a left foot and that's it. Us lefties.
Gotta stick to
I'm naturally...
The only thing I can do with my left foot is score goals at indoor.
Actually, friggin' Ben, I'll tell you. Actually, friggin' I'm naturally right-footed, and I scored a screamer of a free kick against friggin' Backers Marsh down here in a friendly.
Yeah.
In a pre-season friendly off my left, standing. Because I stood there right-footed and then just switched to my left, and they just sort of went
apeshit. Split.
Because it was like 45, I don't know, it was the second half. It must have been 50-odd minutes into the game or whatever, and obviously I was playing on the right, and I was hitting everything on the right and shit like that, so they've just instantly gone, he's only got 1 foot, and then lined up on the left and bang, top corner.
Hit it, yeah.
That was a ripper.
And it's just, I'm the same. The only thing I can do on my left foot is score goals at indoor, and I scream at them when I end up getting it on my right.
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. What do we got, Dylan? Does things start falling for Roy, or has he lost it? He's
Roy
still 1-2.
Roy.
He's still
Roy
1-2.
Roy.
Leave him be. Look, does he need to score more goals? Yes, I think he does.
Does having a second striker playing up top with him benefit him?
No.
Yes.
Well, yes and no. I'm going no in regards to Yule because there is the two there. Yule is still there, but Yule is the wrong player. I'm not saying Yule's shit. I'm not saying Yule or whatever. It's just they don't. It doesn't work.
Roy needs to be the one. See, it's probably the first point in Roy's career where Roy would have to be the striker that sits that 2 feet back.
He's not the kingpin. He's not the bloke.
That's right. He's not the one leading the charge anymore.
No.
He's the cutback man.
Yeah.
He's the one that arrives at the last minute. Yule's got the energy to get down to the byline, and he can get to the byline with the ball. Roy needs to be 2 or 3 feet behind him.
Yeah. Dill, mate. Friggin' I'd love to get Roy on the pod.
Almost like more of a centre forward.
Would love to get Roy on the pod, trust me. There's a lot of players that I would love on this podcast. Yeah, a lot.
Working on it.
Transfer window's open tomorrow. Yeah, 16th tomorrow, no? Yeah, shit. Jeez, that went quick.
Yeah. So the others can play.
Damn,
they can.
Damn, that went really quick. I swear we were
Yeah.
just talking about, like, we were talking to, what's his name, Ben? Apostolos.
Apostolos Stamatolopoulos.
That's him. AP. Stamo. AP, whatever. It felt like it was only like yesterday we were talking to him and he had still like 2-3 weeks to go. Crazy. Anyway, but yeah, that's good. That's great. That's heaps good. I think the boys will be out of lockdown tomorrow, give or take, the two imports.
Exactly, Lucas.
What do we got here anyway?
No, I think Lyrian's got...
We had 3 days to go the other day when he uploaded that video. So depending on when that exact video was uploaded, I can't remember. But he had 3 days when that video was uploaded. So it can't be long. It's either tomorrow or the next day or today. It's close.
Sometime this week.
What do we got? Simon Hill told me to crack the whip to keep them in check. They are a good squad. You get the respect and build. Absolutely. Mate, I was coaching my boys the other day, and friggin' 3 of the fathers friggin' rinned them into the boys, like into their own kids, because they were doing laps, and like friggin' move your ass, just like what they said, get your ass moving, absolutely. When you got I'm sure Lucas you'd agree, when you've got the parents of these youngsters in your back ear, watching training and watching what's going on. It's just like that.
I think that they're a better coach than what you are.
Some of them do. No, I've got a pretty good parents group, to be fair, which is lucky. But yeah, I've had plenty of them. My mum's like,
oh yeah,
I
know.
What do we got? Simon Hill, not full of myself or anything, but it takes corners and free kicks. Fans always could pick a pass. Absolutely. I've got a friggin' trophy somewhere stashed away. Again, same with you. Not friggin' putting numbers on myself, but friggin' what was it? I got the leading goal scorer that year. It was a shit league, so I'm not going to big note myself. The league was terrible. We should never have been there. But I ended up with like 38 goals in a 14 game season or whatever it was, with 22 goals from a corner, including like friggin' some floating in myself. It was friggin' stupid. So stupid. Stupid season. Goals will come for Roy, absolutely. I think it will. He's still, again, and if he's an option to sign next year, I don't see why you wouldn't. He doesn't want to go anywhere else. He'll come cheap. He'll play
a house.
He'll play for next to nothing.
He's an Australian now.
Absolutely. Get him off the Socceroos.
Freeze up an international spot.
Yeah, absolutely. As you get older, you drop a little deeper. Absolutely.
Yeah, I did. I went from right midfield to right back.
If there is one of the league player, regardless of contract situation, club, etc., to sign with the Jets,
that's a difficult one, Lucas.
Who would you take in our current situation?
That's difficult.
Oh wow, league player, regardless of contract situation. Jeez, right. There it is in the chat. We'll get everyone's thoughts at the end before we finish up. Give you time to think about it and stuff like that. We'll try and think about it while we steer the ship. But
I think I've got mine, and it's going to hurt me to say it.
But there it is.
Like, it really hurt me to say it because I hate them.
There's a good question there. So, yeah, Lucas, let's run off that. Everyone, get your predictions in later on when I say so. I'll tell you, we'll touch back on it. But, yeah, have a think about it.
Somebody remind us to touch back on it.
Yeah, Lucas, when we start wrapping up, just remind us if I don't remember. What do we got here? Gets out. So, yeah, the bloke gets out tomorrow. There you go. We will have to swap kits. Spartans for your club. Aha! Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. I'll get you Melton kit, mate. Done deal. Just lock it in. What do we got? Lyndon, extra day. There you go. Righto. Cool. So, anyway, touching on that, we were going to obviously indulge into the two signings. Talk a little bit about them, get a bit of info. We've got a bit of info on them, obviously. The last thing I will touch on before we get out of the Jets sort of roster and shit currently, before we go into these two guys, is Thurgate, 2-year deal. Is everyone happy with signing Gus for another 2 seasons? Me personally, I think it's a good signing. He's still very young, which for us is great because he's still very cheap. So that doesn't hurt the hip pocket much there, which is good. And he does good things. Let's be honest. He does some good stuff. He played had an absolute blinder last week. But yeah, everyone's thoughts on the great Angus the Gate. Ben, thoughts? I thought you'd frozen there. You frozen? I think Ben's frozen. Yes? And just like that, he's gone. You. We still got everybody. Can everyone hear me? That's me. I don't want that. He's gone. Anyway, let's just minimise that. Can everyone hear me still? That's the big question. The Gun MKR. Welcome. Lock it. We'll do. Lock it. Yeah, good. You got me. Beautiful. I know what happened to Ben. Oh, here he is.
Oh, well, that was interesting. That's never happened before.
Yeah, that was weird. He's just standing like a stunned mullet. What do we got? All right. Angus, 2-year deal is good. Good A-League player. Don't want him
So
leaving.
what did I miss?
Not much, mate. Just your thoughts on Angus 2-year deal.
Good move.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good move.
We're still recording. That didn't
Yeah. That didn't
shoot
stop.
itself. Okay.
But you get absolutely nothing from the time that I DC.
But yeah, welcome, Gun. The Gun MKR. Welcome.
Welcome, the gun.
I don't believe you've been here before. Welcome. Are you a Jets fan? Are you not? A-League, whatever. Welcome. Feel free, post, comment, whatever you need in here. Jets or football related. What do we got? But yeah, what do we got? In my Football Manager 21 save, he leaves for Ameria on free in 2023 or something like that. Let's see what happens with that. That'd be better. Do you own a gun?
Almira.
Yeah. What have we got? Unfortunately, wow, Noopy, mate, far out. I tell you, can you lurk somewhere else?
We love a Noopy lurk.
Dishing me about Liverpool. Now he doesn't want to hear me voice. Far out.
He does it with me. He's always there, lurking around, and when something goes AWOL or something goes tits up where he can have a dig, he's there.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. But yeah.
And we love him for it.
So yeah, Thurgate, 2-year deal. Yeah, good thing for us, I think. Good thing for the Jets. No, I am the gun. Oh, wow. Classic. Be sure, mate, if you haven't already, go subscribe to the YouTube channel. We do thank you for jumping in. Again, feel free, comment and so forth. Throw a topic in, whatever you need to do, mate. But yeah, be sure to go subscribe to the YouTube channel. Be sure to go like the Facebook page as well if you haven't done that. And go check us out on Twitch also. Be sure to...
Do we have the socials?
I think we had a socials. Lucas in there somewhere. You'll whack it in there for me. What do we got here? What do we got? The Reds will bounce back. Class is permanent. Too right, brother. Too right. Bang, bang. Love it.
The only class that isn't permanent is the class of 92.
Oh, that's a good one. Like it. Taking digs. Anyway, we are going to talk about the two gentlemen who do get out of quarantine very soon, who have come to us on loan. We will start. He's number 8. Can also play as a 6 and 10. We're about to get in here, mate.
Getting there, Luke.
Here we go. We're going to start off with Lyridan. Krasnicki. Date of birth, 1st of January. Straight off the gun, 1992. 29 years of age. Obviously born in Yugoslavia. 6'3". That's impressive.
Former Yugoslavian Republic, thank you.
That's very true. 6'3", attacking midfielder. Size is good. Another 6'3", I'll take that. Obviously, currently on loan to us from Johar Dural Tazim 2.
Johor.
Whatever.
It's Johor.
Johor? Dural?
Johor.
Youth career.
Yes.
Spent his youth career, obviously, in Nürnberg, Slavia Prague. So, let's be honest, that's 2 pretty good youth. If you're getting your youth out of those 2 clubs there, that's pretty impressive. You'd take that any day of the week. Thank you, Luke.
Where's he been? Turkey?
Yes. So, senior career started in 2010. Thereabouts. So, Anchorspor, which is where friggin' Sturridge is at the moment. Not playing much football there, but anyway. So, he hasn't had much football. I think that's the biggest thing for me. You know, he hasn't had a great deal of football. He's 29. And he hasn't had much football. That's my biggest concern. See.
Okay. So, basically, he's a Kosovarian international.
Yeah.
So he's played in the Kosovarian national team with Besat Berisha.
Mm-hmm. So 3 games for Kosovo.
Yeah.
No disrespect to those guys, but friggin' pretty easy to walk onto that squad there. Consider there is not much talent over 14, there. 15. No disrespect to Kosovo. 1 cap for Albania under 21s.
He's had a lot of short stints at a lot of clubs. I wouldn't say short stints. He's been loaned out a lot.
Well, from what I'm looking at here, senior career, Mlada Boleslav.
Yeah.
1 game. Anchorspor, nothing. 33 games was his biggest, obviously, on loan at Featherspor.
Kedda was where he's.
Sorry, Kedda. Oh, yeah, no, that's probably why my little thing's just gone jump all over the face.
He's jumped around Malaysia, Indonesia.
Yeah.
Yes, he can play for Malaysia as well.
Correct. My left footy's getting in there. Kosovo. Absolutely. He had a lot of short stints, a lot of clubs. Yeah, what squad number? Have a guess. Do you know, Lucas? I haven't even looked into that scenario. But do you know what number?
It's just a number.
What is he? He's attacking midfielder. Trying to think what numbers we've got available.
He's been in the Czech First League. He's been in the First Division, or the Second Division of Turkey, Malaysian Premier League, which is the second.
Happy
tier.
Mad Sad, welcome. Thank you for the follow on the Twitch side as well. Thank you very much. Happy Mad Sad. Jump in, say good day.
Right.
Welcome.
Malaysians, and he spent the bulk of since 2015. He's been in Malaysia.
I'm just trying to think. Is anyone else? No, Mkhitaryan's 11. That's where I was going with that. 12, 10, 9, 8. I don't know. I really don't know. I can't even remember what numbers are available. Is 14 available?
It's just a number.
He's got. Well, that's exactly right.
One will be a dud and the other will be a star.
It's usually the Jets' way, let's be honest. It's usually the way. Lucas, it's you.
Who we got here?
Good boy.
I just found out someone I invited in here is a Central Coast Mariners fan. Sorry, guys, my bad. He's a great bloke because he's a red man. You never walk alone. That's fine.
No, as I said, it's all football here.
It's everybody.
Yes, we talk Jets a lot, and if they're happy to sit here and listen to it, that's fine by us.
Why weren't they here half an hour ago when we were praising them?
Absolutely. Welcome, whoever you may be.
Self-known in the chat, we don't bite.
Yeah, let us know. Say good day. Welcome. I mean, we don't care you're a Coasties fan, whatever. Because at the end of the day,
we hate Coast Scum.
Had to do it.
They've probably got one for us that they use on their podcast.
Absolutely, I'm sure they do. It's just a number of people bet on this. I know, it's freaking weird. They really do. It's the amount of money that goes into this sort of shit. Well, we can have half of him in here. Cut the coast
out. Leave the red.
Absolutely. Hasn't been asked about a squad number yet. Mate, they don't care. I'll take freaking 85 if they want. That's what I was waiting for. 7 is available. Yeah. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if one of them gets it. But, yeah. Probably Syrian, whatever his name is. He might get it. I'd say he'll probably get number 7 over the other one.
His missus is a Jets fan. Oh.
Well,
that'd make for an interesting F3 derby.
That'd be an interesting derby, wouldn't it? Bloody hell. Well, next time we go to a derby, we'll just sit around that. That could be, if the game's shit, that'd be interesting.
Oh, yeah, you'd hate to miss it.
Absolutely. So, at the end of the day, friggin', as we said, 29 years of age, 6'3". 29's not too bad. He's come out, obviously, as we said, the friggin' Nuremberg and Slavia Prague junior system, which, again, pretty good.
Fans. He doesn't have one.
Good on her. Get her in the chat. Absolutely.
Yeah, get her in here.
Alien vs Predator at home. Bloody oath. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Until we see them on the pitch, if they get on the pitch, we won't know much more about it unless you're obviously down at trainings. So maybe someone, maybe speak to the friggin', what is it, the 12th man this year. Get onto the great man, and obviously he gets down to training every week. And
Toddy Blackwell.
Speak to Toddy Blackwell, absolutely.
Speak to Toddy boy.
He might know at some point. Anyway, so we'll move on. Obviously, we'll get down to the Indonesian bloke. As Ben said, born on Anzac Day. Not Australia Day, but Anzac Day.
Yeah.
1999.
Makes you feel old, though, doesn't it?
I was about to say the same thing. I was in grade 5 back then.
Yeah, 10 years older than him.
Yeah, that's it. 21 years of age. Born in Indonesia. Height is 5'7", so he's a little tacker. Midfielder, club information, current team, obviously us.
Bet he's quick.
Yeah, he was on loan.
Bet he's quick.
He was well. There you go. He was number 7 there. So it, friggin' the current club.
Johor.
What was there? 2? Is there 2? His doesn't have 2 next to his. This is where old mate's got.
One's a reserve team.
Oh, this bloke's in the current squad. Oh.
Yeah.
Youth career. Yeah. What do we got? Jakarta Football Academy, Levante. It's not bad.
It's got flair.
Persia, Jakarta. I've friggin' seen them play. Friggin' there you go. That's
Yeah.
interesting. Totally off topic, but anyway. What do we got game wise? 8-20. So again, he's starting out. Indonesian under 16s to
19s and 23s.
19s and 23. So he's getting there. What do we got here? Honours, senior club appearances and girls count, yeah, whatever, national, yeah, whatever. So again, another little midfielder. Who knows? He may be as good as friggin' Stevie Eugene, kick him out of the friggin' club early. He might have a miracle. Can you imagine a miracle? Can I get a hallelujah for a miracle?
Might play out wide. Hasn't scored a goal.
He will take 7 then. Yeah. Little pocket rocket.
Has not scored a goal.
We told Roy to score in the gong, and he did. So we claimed that goal. What'd you say then? He hasn't scored a goal?
He hasn't scored a goal.
Hasn't he scored 2? He scored 2 for Indonesia, I believe.
No. I'm talking league.
Yeah, league, no.
League.
No.
So he's only been playing for 4 years. 28 games in 4 years. How many games is there in a season?
Over there. Theirs is pretty... In Malay.
In Liga 1.
In Liga 1. It's pretty compact. It'd be over 20.
Yeah, well,
Close
he's
to
had
30.
8, 17 and 13. 8, 17 and 3.
Yeah. Johnny K racking up appearances for us, and to be honest, I think he needs to be appreciated more. Works his socks off. He's looked
I
good.
agree with that.
He looks good. He's been playing great football. He's looked really good. He's still Johnny K on the odd occasion, makes stupid mistakes and errors. But they're becoming a lot less, which is great to see. So, or he counteracts them on the day, makes the mistake, and then friggin' makes up for it quickly. That's 7 games per year.
Johnny, yeah, but you think about it. You look at Johnny Katrumbas when he first come to the club to the player that he is now. You can't say that he hasn't improved by leaps and bounds.
No, 100%. Mate, I wanted him out of the club at the end of his first season. He was terrible.
Yeah.
But hey, what would I know? What have we got? 7 games per year. Yeah.
Cowburn gets the boot instead.
Question is, with all this young talent kicking ass in the league, should we have looked local instead of signing these 2 guys?
I'm going to go with no.
Oh, I suppose it's hard, as you said. As you pretty much settle in the question, Lucas. It's all this young talent kicking ass in the A-League. Like they're already there. It's hard to find them now because they've all signed contracts. They're not loans anymore.
But at the same point as well, that young talent that's kicking ass is being backed up by experience. As well.
Yeah, look, yeah. I don't.
And to be fair, old mate from old mate, the young mate, can't pronounce his name yet. The Indonesian lad. You could call him a youth player.
Yeah.
He would classify as, he's an under 23.
Yeah, close to 100 appearances and so forth. As I said, he's playing great football, and I wouldn't be knocking him. I wouldn't be knocking him back to the bench.
Oh, not at all.
You know what I mean? Yeah, no way. I think there are players in NPLs across Australia that with the right environment, full-time training would prosper. Yeah, but that's the problem, Luke. It's another friggin' topic, the same topic we've spoken about and we've touched on so many times. It's no club will give them the time all day. That's the problem.
Too risky.
It's too risky in their eyes. If there was a second division, this is where it all comes back to the second division. If there was a second division where you've got top coaches and stuff like that, and let's just say some has-been A-League players, your O'Toole, your Tool.
Beating a dead horse. No. Oh, don't say that. It's a valid question.
Yeah. No, as I said, it's just one of those things. It's with the second division coming into play, it will make things a lot easier and a lot better, and a lot more accessible for freaking youth players. But until that happens, it just won't happen. You know what I mean? Shit. What's his name? We were just talking about him before. Freaking down the wing.
Lucas Moragas.
Yeah, Lucas. One of the luckiest kids in the world right now. Getting his chance and being given a contract. Granted, it's a scout, a youth contract, like a scholarship.
It's a scholarship contract.
But at the end of the day, he was given his chance. Are you going to sit here and say that the other bloke who freaking come down from Rockdale, freaking, he didn't get much of a go, but he freaking looked good in the NPL Grand Final for Sydney, for Rockdale.
Oh, Mickey Neal.
Yeah, Mickey Neal. You know what I mean? And he would be suitable for, again, he had his chance. He played for the Coast there a bit. But at the same time, friggin', he's definitely not shit and could definitely play in the A-League somewhere. But those players like that are perfect for like the NPL 2. Like
the bouncers.
Yeah, the second divisions, your stuff like that. It's,
like you're talking your Blake Archibalds, your Stefan Zinnies, all those that have came through either youth, Adelaide youth, or City youth, or Victory youth that aren't getting. And here's the thing. The bigger clubs will be able to retain them on those sort of contracts for the simple fact that they can just go, here, we'll loan you out to the second division.
Yeah.
You're going to get that experience.
You forgot the biggest problem in that friggin' statement there, Lucas, where you've gone more jobs, more players, more coaches, more opportunities. More money. No money. They've got no money to do it, and that's the problem. It's all that thing, If it creates more jobs, that means you've got to pay them. More players, you've got to pay them. More coaches, you've got to pay them. More opportunities, which we can take that as
more venue hire. More
opportunities. Opportunities, we can class that into everything else, as you said, your venues and stuff like that, because it gives
caterings, clubs, marketing,
gives venues,
promotion. Yeah, it's everything from the ground up.
It's money that they won't sink into us. They won't give us the money for it. That's the biggest problem. It'd be a step up for going from Indonesian League to Australian League. No way in hell. No. I'm not going to say no. It's not a step up. Definitely not a step up. It's the same level. I've watched my fair share. I've watched my fair share of friggin' football in Bali and stuff like that when we were over there in Thailand and shit. And trust me, the leagues are solid. The leagues are very quick. That's what I mean.
They're coming from a very different way. They play quick.
This bloke's not going to know what hit him.
One touch.
Yeah. This bloke's not going to know what hit him when he comes over and hits the ball.
This bloke's going to have so much time on the ball.
Yeah, he'll probably fluff it.
They're going to have so much time on the ball.
Yeah. Still talking to Mickey. I'll still speak to Mickey every now and then. We're going to get him on shortly. If the Jets could sign a kit deal with a sports brand, what would be your brand of choice? Whoa. I'll tell you what, just for shits and giggles, just because I don't mind some of their kits they've produced in the past and stuff like that. Nothing against the Pelly and stuff like that. But I love Kappa kids. Or JD. They're my two. They just produce great kids. That's without going into the friggin' realm of your Nikes and your Adidas and shit that you just meh.
All right. Yeah, I'd go. Yeah, I'd take that, Matty. Umbro do a decent kit.
Yeah.
If I had to choose, I'm going to choose one new and one old. And my old one's tied because I can't pick between them. New one, I agree with you. It'd be Kappa. I just like the way that they're a tighter fit.
It's got really good colours, really good colours.
Yeah, they look really
mesh.
nice. They pop.
Yeah.
And because they're tighter than normal brands.
Yeah.
It makes it stand out that more. If I was to go an old school brand, it would be a tie between Lonsdale and Lecoq Sportif.
Oh wow! Are they even a thing anymore? They're done, aren't they? Sure. Lecoq.
Yeah, they are.
Really? I thought they went bust.
Yeah, they generally do the fucking French national team.
Oh wow! I thought they went bust. Yeah.
I like all those old ones. Cabrini.
Yeah, love the long sleeve too. That's the old NCL. That's the old ACL shirt. That one. Benny's got it.
The old Reebok one.
Yeah, the old Reebok.
I got two of them.
Surely $50 million.
Gucci Jets collection. Fuck, I'd be on that.
Absolutely.
I'd be on that. I mean, I don't have as many kits in my collection as what fucking Chatty does. But I'm catching.
Freaking hell. Chatty's gonna have another one in his collection soon. Once I send it.
Which player is the model to advertise it? Roy.
But nah.
Roy.
Nah. Ben Kanarowski, because he's always got fucking free time on his hands these days. Freaking.
No. I've got one.
What?
Tessa Tamplin.
No.
Yes.
No, she's busy. Flat chat with a freaking football career, freaking trying to take it off. Ben Kanarowski, his career's dead. It's done. It's done, and I said to you today, if they sign Ben Kanarowski next season, that'll do me. That'll do me. I am sorry. That bloke.
He has to be the luckiest man that wears a Jets shirt.
Mate, I tell you what, yeah. I reckon, sign me up for half the price and I'd do more work than he would. Freaking hell.
He's there for moral support.
Mate, Christ. I don't even know if he's training. Glad he went out. That's nothing I'll touch on shortly.
Here's the other thing. If he's not doing anything, fuck me, throw him some media work.
Yeah, get him on a freaking little dinky podcast, maybe.
Yeah. No, a dinky podcast that'd love a chat. Josh wants to go around with him. I know that.
Absolutely.
That goes back to high school days when it's fucking school in.
Yeah, those were good days.
We'd love to get your chance again.
Oh, mate, absolutely. He was good. He was good back in the day. At the end of it, he got his contract at 16. What do you expect? That's how good he was. Anyway, what do we got? Friggin' yeah. So there's a few of ours. Throw yours.
I want to chat with the goat.
Throw your is in there as well. Again, just like Lucas has whacked in there, guys. If you've got anything like that, throw random shit in there from your kits and stuff like that.
Ben Kanarowski will be a Lambton High PE teacher next year. Oh Jesus!
What? No.
Get Canner in the office helping out the membership team.
Matt Taylor, Ben Kanarowski is past his best.
Past.
You couldn't tell. How could you tell? He hasn't kicked a ball.
You can't make a comparison.
You can't make a comparison when he hasn't kicked a ball. We don't know.
No, don't get us wrong.
We don't know.
Don't get us wrong. We love him to death. But
he got injured in his prime. You can't say that he's any worse than what he was. You don't know.
It was chopped at his prime.
Oh man. He's on his last legs. Experience.
He's not on his last legs. He's just gone weak at the knees,
mate. No, again, and it's not that I'm sledging him, and it's not that I hate him or anything like that. It's just
no, we love him to death.
Unfortunately, his run with injuries and that is just been terrible. And you can't pay a bloke's wages like that when we could sign one of these youngsters who are just coming in now on a full-time gig next year. You know what I mean? It's just that simple. That's all it is. It's got nothing to do with him. And if you
agreed, Matty.
What is it? Ben Kanarowski could replace Robbie Slater. Absolutely. Get Kenny in the office helping the game. Yeah, but it is what it is. Anyway, we're going a little bit off topic talking about friggin' Kanarowski. But anyway.
Look, he's a newy bloke. Got to back
Hope we get him.
100%.
Hope he gets on the pitch soon. For God's sake. Just to see. Again, just to see if he's past it. Because I don't know if he is. The only person who knows if he's past it is himself.
Yeah.
It's got to be eating him alive. It's got to be eating at him friggin' not being on that pitch.
Obviously, he's still got hunger.
What do we got here? Candace Bro Michael goes well for Lambton Jaffers. I wasn't going to say that before, but friggin' I thought his brother was a better player. But yeah, moving on. No, he's at Lambton. What do we got here?
Before he was at Lambton.
Yeah. Has any Jets player had Jets themed boots before? That would be cool.
I could have swore Georgievski tried to get a pair of Nikes that were similar to Jets colours. On purpose. I think I remember an Instagram fucking post about it.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think Diapuzzo had... I know he rocked the Jets friggin' haircut. He had friggin' like jets in the back of his hair and shit all the time. Like he'd always go down there and start.
And fucking Glenn Moss had Jets keeper gloves.
Yeah, keeper gloves.
He had the hornet on the back.
Ben Kenyorowski is about as good as Steve Eagleton. What? Steve Eagleton was a gun. I'm confused, Matty. Really? Yeah.
Tarek Ulrich.
Yeah. Diapuzzo found the hairdresser, and then friggin' the boys, found the trend.
Oh, went there.
Diapuzzo was crap. I disagree. Never really didn't. Well, I don't think he ended up scoring a goal for us, but he was solid. He was solid, mate. Friggin', if there was a bloke who you wanted to be tackled, well, who you wanted to be on the same team as him tackling people, compared to friggin' being on the opposition being tackled by him, I know where I'd like to be. He went in friggin' hard as nails. I have a match-worn Shane Webb jersey. Oh, nice. Tidy. Did you end up getting those friggin' Breakers shirts, Lucas? I've had a few wines. Love it. I was going to say, Matt, because I'm like, he's about as good as Steve Eagleton. I'm like, Steve Eagleton's friggin' probably one of the friggin' blokes in my team of the century. Jesus. Sasha Petrosky was always good late in the game to come on and score a late goal. Absolutely. Sasha is a girl's name. For when he played.
Paul Ocon.
Wow. Man, I did not. He won't get back to me. I think he doesn't have the right size for me. Left you there. Choosing my same problem too, mate. Here's what it is. What do we got? Anyway. Where are you? What?
Where are you?
Oh, yeah. I had to think things. I'm like, that's the bloke. That's the name of the thing. I got one, Joshy. Oh, you tight ass. Didn't get me one. No, you talking about the original one that you got? You're talking a bit about the actual...
Oh, who did I have my fucking man crush on? What was his name? Fullback?
Yeah, that one, yeah.
Fucking Leaky G.
Yeah.
Leaky G.
He was a weapon. Good player. Very good player. Anyway.
He's a gun.
Anyway, we're friggin' rambling on. We're going to friggin' start wrapping it up very, very shortly. Talk about friggin' people who you'd like to sign and so forth. Obviously, before we get into Lucas's scenario. He's not currently in the A-League. He's 34 years of age. He is a former A-League player. I guess this is like a friggin'... I just sort of started rambling this off and I'm sitting there going, it's like a friggin' who am I?
It's exactly what it is.
It's exactly what it is.
I know the answer.
Do you?
Yeah, because you put it up on the fucking screen.
Oh, well, don't look at the screen. You're not in this
Oh,
one.
that's kind of hard. It's right in front of me.
Hey, Matty, want to sell it? Matty, I call dibs. Do you want to sell it? Show me a photo. Send me a photo. What we should do is have a custom Jets jersey.
Lucas is playing Who Am I?
Oh, sorry, Luke. I'm just reading your first one here. Hang on. What we should do is have a custom Jets jersey comp where we get custom Jets jerseys made by our preferred brands. Ben, go get it.
Already on it.
While Ben goes away, this is something that me and a few of the boys got together on and we made for him for his 30th. We couldn't get our hands on the ACL kit, obviously, because they only made them for the players and Matt Vandenberg.
I win.
So
I win.
So me and a few of the other boys got in on this one. There it is, right there. Thank you to the lads over there in Adelaide. There it is, right there. You can see the name on the
Wireless Vlogs
brand.
and the old Crossbar Capers logo.
There it is. There he is.
The old Crossbar Capers logo. My old logo.
There it is. And that's who made it. Yeah, Oz. Who are they again? Friggin' Oz.
Osloom.
Osloom, that's him. Yeah,
Osloom.
in Adelaide.
Yeah, they might be. We're looking into them to do some stuff for GPU.
You're ahead of the competition, mate. I thought of it. I'm still waiting for mine. I was expecting one for my 30th, but it never happened. What do we got? I don't have YouTube, but absolutely.
Neither did Dale, but I've got his one on the back.
They misspelled Benjamin. Classic. Anyway, we will continue. But Lucas, there you have it. Right there. We done our own thing. Maybe we can get our heads together and we can create one ourselves. Maybe
I'd be all up for that for the amount of FIFA kit modding that I do.
The amount of the amount of friggin' running around and trying to find ourselves a Newcastle Breakers kit. Maybe we might be able to just make one of our own. Anyway, moving on.
We'll get the general to send us his so we can use it as a template.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Maybe some photos, or maybe even an old one. If he's got one that isn't fully framed on the wall, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I'd say we'll probably, mate, even if he just invites us around for a swim, his friggin' house is immaculate, and we'll go over there and have tea and biscuits, and get a couple of copies of it that way. Let's do it. Done, Lucas. We'll lock it in. Anyway, sorry. Off that total topic. I just sort of seen that friggin' custom kit and I just went,
yeah.
Head of your game, champ.
I was already halfway out of the chat.
So we're back to the Who Am I? Sorry. So current player. He's just finished up in a 5 days. 5 days his last contract lasted. Pardon me. Former Japanese international.
Well, that just gives it away.
It's a big hint. Go for a dip with some nice suits on, absolutely. So how you looking, guys? How you looking? Friggin' Japanese international, former A-League player. There it is. There it is. Honda himself lasted 5 days at his Portuguese club and is now back in the free agency looking for a club. My question to you guys, at 34, would you take him and a free transfer? Would you take Honda if you could get him? That's my question.
They didn't do their fucking research. That's Portamonense's fucking fault.
It's their fault.
That's Portamonense's fault for not doing their due diligence.
Correct.
That's not his fault.
No. I'm just saying that he lasted 5 days. They didn't get his shit over the line. Before.
No, it wasn't that. It's because to be registered, to be able to register him for the league,
yeah,
there's a ruling that free agent players need to be at least 3 months out of contract.
Give him the
He'd only been out of contract for 2 months from his previous club.
Yeah.
Costa over Honda. Luke, what are you smoking?
You're kidding yourself, aren't you? Jesus Christ. Mate, he could still play for United. Even friggin', mate, he's in that much shit. He friggin' put you through his CV via Twitter months ago.
No, I'll have the other one for that, thanks. I'll have the other one for that, thanks.
Well, I saw he signed in Portugal. Yeah, so he signed in Portugal 6 days ago.
On the 4th of February.
4th of Feb. That lasted, it's a couple of days.
He only signed a 6-month deal.
Yeah, to get him through the end of the season.
Yeah, 6-month deal with an option for a year.
Yeah. He's 34. He's 34.
Hey,
like, it just amazes me.
Look at old mate who's like 40-odd playing in Japan.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm just saying, I'm not saying, like, he's fit as shit. Like,
oh, yeah,
I'm saying he's 34. You sign him on a 2-year deal. He's 36. And his talent is friggin' ridiculous. He played such great football at Melbourne. He'd be an easy yes. Oh, mate, I would so take him. 34, far out. Mate, he slots straight in for friggin' Stevie. Thanks very much.
I'd have him.
Enjoy Western Sydney, dickhead. See ya.
He's 53, the guy in Japan. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He's an old coach.
Just robbed him of 10 years.
But
yeah.
Did the same with Kenny Miller.
Aye. That was appearances. That wasn't his age. Big
Thought
difference.
you fucking complimented me. I gave him 10 years back.
Big difference, knock on the bloke at his age. Yeah, for me, I don't know, I'd be all over that shit. I've always loved him. His left foot, he was, yeah.
Amazing. Yeah.
Well, he's come out and has stated that he wants to play in the Olympics. He wants to get to the Olympics. That's
When's the next Olympics?
This year. So he wants to get to the Olympics. So he's looking for a club now, obviously, for free.
Yeah, but it was the same for the World Cup, wouldn't it?
What?
That's why he went to Pachulia in Victory, because he wanted to play in the World Cup.
Well, he wanted to. It's not that he wanted to play in the World Cup.
Yeah, he wanted to keep himself for the World Cup.
He wanted to. Yeah. He wanted to be available.
Yeah.
But yeah, 34 years of age, mate. I'd take him in a heartbeat. And he had mixed Milan career. Yeah.
That's very manager dependent.
I always wish Liverpool signed him. Lucas, I was expecting more from him. Minna's good. Minna's all right. He'll come good. Good thing.
Minamoto.
Good sign and getting him. Good loan deal getting him over there.
Nah, sorry. I'd take Shinji Kagawa.
Far out.
I'd take Shinji Kagawa.
Gimme Kaka and the Hulk. Anyway.
We're talking Japanese here.
Talking Japanese? Are you talking Japanese?
No, don't do content ideas. There's actually quite a fucking few decent Japanese players.
Absolutely. Song was an absolute Jets legend that my brother and his wife named their dog Songy. Oh, wow. That's a classic.
Who is that Brazilian bloke? Oh, I don't even remember his name, and this is really bad. Who's that Brazilian bloke that used to throw his toys out of the pram? Like Bernie Abini did. Attacking midfielder.
For us?
Yeah.
There's freaking plenty of them. Shit.
Fucking that's him. The Brazilian with an Italian name, Leonardo.
Oh, Leonardo, yeah. Flog.
Fucking used to throw his toys out the pram, something shocking.
Yeah, and that's it, Lucas. Game time. That's what it is. And that's what he needs. Needs game time. Anyway, we're talking rubbish. We're talking shit now. We're freaking totally gone off topic.
Yeah,
I would take Honda in a heartbeat if it came about. Transfer window opens tomorrow. Bang. Next signing, free agency. Lock it in. Eggman after Gary Van Egg. Oh, you poor sad man. Yep. And can we get big Virgil van Dijk back already, please? Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, VVD.
Mate, we've looked terrible.
VVD.
Absolutely trash without him. But again, I'm not going to sit here and say that friggin', we're friggin' VAR's fucked us and this and shit like that. Mate, we've been playing some absolute trash football. Regardless.
At 32, I reckon I'd take him in the A-League as well. Not that he'd ever come. Maya Yoshida.
Send the club an email with potential targets.
Yeah. I'd take Maya Yoshida.
My shit. Oh yeah.
At 32.
Oh
Shit
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'd take him over Honda. Absolutely.
Oh shit yeah.
Easy. Is Virgil van Dijk better than VAR? Not at the moment. Anyway, it is what it is. What do we got? Have faith, absolutely. Oh, I've always got faith. I think we'll do well in the Champions League. The league's dead. The league's done. Anyway, we're going to friggin' wrap it up there because, again, this is where we get to the point where we're not friggin' journos and we don't stick to a set list and shit like that, and we let you guys run the friggin' podcast, and that's what we love about it.
We do what we want.
We do
what we want.
Because it's our podcast, we do what we want. Oh, I miss football away.
Got another name to throw at ya. 34. Shinji Okazaki?
No, I'd take Honda and that over him.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. Gamba Osaka player.
He still play.
Would you sign Lucy Zelich's boyfriend?
Screw it. You know what? Screw it. Let's give Cronky a run.
Let's give Cronky a run. Look how far out. This is how we
Give
roll.
Cronky a run.
This is how we roll. Anyway, we are going to friggin' wrap it up. We are going to end it here. So, back to Lucas's question from earlier tonight, where he stated in the chat, who would you sign, if you could sign, anyone, obviously, transfer, whatever, no transfer, whatever, in the A-League at the moment, who would it be? Put your opinions in the chat. Let us know who you think. Who would you sign out of the A-League at the moment? Is Jackie play manager? No. Mats
Perinovic currently isn't playing.
Yeah, right. There you go. Anyway, Ben, who would you? Who is it? You're saying something about it? Who?
I hate this player with an absolute fucking passion.
Mm.
He's a grub,
Mm.
and I don't like him.
Righto.
But
let's bring him to the Jets.
but he is good at what he does. And he fucking yells at those that don't conform to the system.
That's on.
Nah. What? Nah, my opinion worse.
Oh, wow.
Neil Kilkenny.
Neil Kilkenny. Wow.
Just for that deep-lying playmaker factor. To be able to provide service from deep. That one killer pass.
For the Jets to win more than lose, we need a magician in midfield, and that man in the A-League, Diego Castro.
The grandpa of the A-League.
Grandpa. Yeah.
Castro. How old is Castro now? 37?
8.
How does he do it?
Definitely 38 by now.
Fucking how does he do it?
I don't know. He looks good. The biggest thing that
How does
concerns
he
me,
do it?
the biggest thing that worries me is the fact that they've still only played 5 games. It just worries me.
Yeah.
We're us in the Central Coast and shit sitting here on 8 games. They've got like 3 games in hand. It just
Good one.
worries me. Derbyshire.
Kilkenny, good shout. He's a fucking grub and he played for the team that I support in England as well. And
I would have liked good one. Good one.
I still hate him.
He's an Addy boy, but rate him, to be honest, in the A-League. Big ups to Goodwin. Big ups, mate. Friggin' congratulations is all I can say in regards to that. Him and the missus, obviously, friggin' due to be a father. Good on your brother. Goody.
Okay, good one.
Yeah, that's why it made it easy for him to come out here.
Okay, yep.
That's why he was looking for it.
Well, everyone else in Saudi Arabia, I'm assuming their seasons are finished at the moment.
Yes.
That's why they're all coming back on here on loan.
Yeah.
Like your fucking, what's the flog's name from Western Sydney? Duke. So you got your Dukes, your good ones. Any chance you might be able to borrow Dimmy for a couple of months? Anyone thought of that?
I was going to say, did we sell him? Yeah, did we sell him? But then
Rain's in there. What's Dimmy doing?
Yeah, that's it. I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know.
On loan. Here's the thing, though. knowing the talent that he has, and knowing the Jets as well as he does, would you take him on a 6-month loan? He can't be any worse than what we've already got. To be honest, would you take him on loan for 6 months?
Dimmy?
Yeah.
No.
Wow, really?
Yep.
You'd let Costa play that position over him?
I wouldn't bring Dimmy back here because Dimmy got too big for his boots. That's the biggest problem for me. And because of that,
he wouldn't be coming back into that spot again.
Because of that, he made a lot of mistakes and errors. He cost the team a lot of errors, in my opinion. And
I'd take him on a 6-month loan.
No,
I'd have him on a 6-month loan.
I would rather sign him on a 1-year contract,
and we're the only ones that can do it because his family's still here. Yeah, he's got another season, but we can take him on loan while their season's off.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I would much rather sign him than. Yeah. Anyway, that's
You're researching. That's cheating. You have to do it off the top of your head.
What?
Pick your player.
Oh no, I've already got my player. That's the least of me worries. No, I'm freaking looking at bloody the El Wada. I'm seeing if they're freaking still in the
El Hueda.
if they're playing. I'm pretty sure their season's done.
No, the season's finished.
Yeah, it's definitely done, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I've already got my player. I've already got my player.
Well, still.
I've already got. I've got two.
Here we go.
I've got two, but they're both from the same club. Two from the same club. But my first one, and the one that I would love to see in Jets colours, he's a gun, he's decent, he's a talented kid. Connor Metcalf. I love. He is a great player. He looks the goods at the moment, honestly. And obviously from the same club, you'd be crazy not to take freaking Craig Noon. Crazy. If the opportunity came, mate.
Oh yeah, for an international.
Sign him up every day of the week. Gun. I don't know. They're very good to watch. Very, very, very good to watch. To the point where friggin' they outshine friggin' McLaren, which is great. Yeah, it's good to see.
Oh,
McLaren just sits.
Oh, I wonder if he's under.
McLaren just sits back and just lets them do the work. It's great. Taps him when he
needs.
Is he
under 23? Can I class him as an under 23? Fuck, no, he's not. Oh well.
Over Castro and Matty's.
All right, so one that's not one I'd take back. That's not old and decrepit and shined the last time that he was here. Connor Chapman.
Connor Chapman. Far out.
He only lasted 6 months at Western United before overseas went, thank you. And he did play well for Western.
There.
He's come into his own. All that experience that he's had going overseas has worked for him. As much as we used to give him shit when he used to sit on the City bench.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He's Craig Noone.
Who's in... What are you on about here? The Jets... No...
All right, if you were to pick an NPL player to give a go.
Who?
If you were to pick an NPL player to give a go.
NPL player to give them a go?
Yeah.
Oh, far out.
Welcome, Hayden. Long time no speak.
Hayden Ellis. How are you, mate? Welcome.
What's happening to Max Burgess? He was playing the other day.
Burgess, yeah, he's playing the other day.
Yeah, he played the other day. He's finally sorted his shit out.
Yeah, over his whinge today. At the end of the day, freaking, God knows what'll happen to that. They're all got the freaking same agent between him and Carl and freaking Nabini and.
Oh yeah, freaking.
That's ridiculous. Anyway, another topic. Lucky Lucas, he's a lovely lad, but being from Manchester, he's a City fan. What are we on about? Who you talking about? Simon Hill, late last year. There you go. What were we talking about? NPL.
NPL play you'd give a go.
Rightio, NPL. Anthony
And
Burke.
your wife wants to know what time you're finishing.
Very shortly, love. Anthony Burke.
Who?
Anthony Burke.
Yeah. How did I know you were going to say that one? That was a dumb question.
But in all honesty, he's a gun. He needs a go. He needs a chance.
Yeah. Somebody who's always sticked out to me in NPL that I'd be willing to give a crack. They wouldn't be going to a big side, and it would take them a bit of a step to get there.
Western United.
No.
Jokes, Hayden.
Actually, they are Melbourne.
Okay.
No, not Bromara. He's had his chance. We're not talking about ones that have already had their chance. Harry Noon.
Yeah.
Ex-Heidelberg, now Altona.
Christian Bromora. Fucking hell.
No, we're not talking about ones that have already had their chance.
They've had their chance. He's had his chance.
Yeah, it might have been Harry Noon because he's always stood out for Heidelberg in the FFA Cup.
There was one, and I'm only searching it because I can't remember his name. What's
A Crowded House have a new song out. It's called "You'll Better Be Home Soon."
Oh wow!
I wonder if Western United used that. If not, we're going to rub it in their face tonight. Get onto the chat. Get onto the chat, Josh. Get onto the chat.
That's fine.
They're not smart enough to work that one out.
Wow. What do we got here? I don't even know if it friggin' is going to allow me to...
Are you looking for a club?
Yeah. No.
Are you looking for that club that's on screen?
We'll have to have Heyman at WJS.
Is that the team that you're looking at?
Yeah. Oh, you can see my screen. Oh, yeah, can we forget that?
I can see your screen.
Why isn't it...
I also have their website up on my computer right now.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Well, I don't need it on your screen. I need it on my fucking screen.
Oh, that's where he is now. That's what... Oh! Okay, I didn't know he was there. I knew he was there.
Fair enough. What do we got? Where the hell is it? Why can't I see? Why won't it let me slide? Don't mind me, guys. Give me 2 seconds.
What are you looking for?
Here we go.
Hey, he's finally made it. I've been there for 5 minutes.
Shut your pile.
Trying to work out who you're trying to go with here.
Where is he? There he is.
Mitchie. Oh, no.
Absolute gun.
Matty Lazaridis.
Old Matthew Lazaridis. He's a weapon.
They got a good squad.
They got a good squad. Yeah, Matt Lazaridis.
Andy Brennan. Mark Ocheng.
Yeah,
Who's played for Adelaide.
Ocheng's there, yeah.
Mitchie Cooper, obviously. Who's the other one I saw? Marcus Ayello.
Luke, get rid of that shit for me, will you? Thank you, if you can. Because there's always...
Hang on a minute. They just followed GPU. Because I saw it pop up before. See you later, mate.
See you, buddy.
He's gone anyway. I got rid of him.
Cool. You followed me stream, so followed me too. Anyway,
yeah, he just did the exact same thing to GPU because I got the Vibes show up on the TV.
Oh wow, there you go. Anyway, that was different. Yeah.
I just banned him from Twitch.
Lazaridis, yeah, he's a gun. He's a gun. He's a great young kid. He's going to do good things. That's for me. Hume City he plays for. But there's so many. You know, if you're in Sydney, you know, Lucas could come up with a friggin' pile. He's at friggin' the Spartans. mate, there'd be a gun of talent coming through there.
Yes, Andy Brennan was at the Jets, Matty Taylor.
Absolutely.
He was. He's the first openly gay player, if I remember correctly.
I believe so, yeah. I believe so. Miller.
He's jumped around the NPL down here, though.
Oh, he's been everywhere.
He's been to South Melbourne, he's been to Bentley, he's been at Grand Gully.
Yeah.
Will
Miller play next week, mate? I have no idea. No idea. Probably not. While they're sort of on this undefeated run and stuff like that, I don't think he'll change too much. He may sit on the bench.
Just the entire formation again.
Yeah. I'd side someone from Spartans. There we go.
So you get a cut of the deal.
Oh, wow. You wouldn't get a cut of nothing. You get a free,
okay, Gary Monk, settle down.
You get a free.
Okay, Gary Monk, settle down.
You get a free coconut pie, guarantee you.
That's a Gary Monk trick, that one.
Free coconut pie. I'm telling you now, the Jets game will probably be postponed. Yeah, most likely.
Joel, all right, he's already had his chance.
That's another one. Yeah, all right. Yeah, he had to go. Where was he? He was at
Lockie Rose. Yes, that's a fair shout. Lockie Rose from MacArthur.
Oh yeah, Spartans. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he's sort of getting his chance now, and he's proven it.
Well, yeah. He's currently in his chance.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's plenty. There's plenty. You know, the internet's down. Well, it's not down because I'm talking and I'm still live. So your internet's down.
Reason to maybe start wrapping it up before it does go.
Absolutely. Anyway, yeah, we are going to wrap it up here. Oh shit.
It's going to be a long one for me to edit.
Yeah. Thanks, lads. Thanks, everyone, for jumping on. We do apologise for last week, obviously not being here. We will try and have a special guest on next week. Again, with everything that's going on at the Jets and everything else, it's going to be a shit show, for the rest of the season to try and do it
Don't talk to me about it, Matty. We had tickets to the W League game down here.
I know, cancelling. There was no W League or A League. I know. But anyway. Sweet dreams to you, 99. To everyone. Take it easy, mate. Have another glass of wine. Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Absolutely. But anyway, we will speak to you guys at some point. Lucas, I'm sure we'll speak to you.
Next week.
Absolutely. If you haven't joined the Discord, jump on the Discord. If you haven't joined the Facebook page, go and jump on the Facebook page. If you haven't freaking subscribed to the YouTube channel, if you haven't joined the Twitch server, if you haven't followed us on Spotify or Apple Play, yes, Google's the one we haven't been received from.
Correct.
So Apple Play. I bet that's
We're
what
still
it is.
waiting.
And Anchor, obviously the main one, behind Spotify, obviously. If you haven't joined us on any of those, be sure to go do so. It is muchly appreciated. Again, one final shout out to obviously Gabriel Mar, optometrist at Jasmond. Obviously, yeah, be sure to go check out those guys. At the end of the day, before I do go, obviously talking about those guys, I just want to touch. Lockie, are you in the chat? If Lockie, if you're quickly there, I'll give you 30 seconds or so. If you're there, just say hey or some shit. Let me know you're there. Lockie Ma to the front bar. Put a caps lock in there. We'll know you're there then.
No, night bottle ban him.
Not
Spamming caps.
Absolutely. I don't think he's here. If he's not... Yeah, mate,
yeah,
there he is. Rightio. Yeah. At the end of the day, as I said to you guys before, I will whack this up here so we're not looking at you. I will whack up the major sponsor. Big shout out to Gabriel Mar, optometrist, and obviously Lockie and Gabe, his father as well. Without these guys, I wouldn't have half the setup that I've got right now. Lockie, as I said before, is moving on halfway through the year. Whenever he decides to wrap it up. If you haven't done so already, be sure, go check out the guys at Gabriel Mar Optometrist. Go see the girls and everything else for all your eye care needs. It is muchly appreciated. They do an outstanding job. He's a top bloke. We wish him all the best in whatever he does prior to leaving, obviously, the family business with his father. And obviously, just, get behind him. Get behind your local businesses, as I said, and we've said previously during COVID and stuff like that, whether it be Mama Bears, Gentlemen's Outfitters, BJ's obviously up in Thornton to with Scotty I've just gone friggin' blank. Who runs the show there? Shit, that's really friggin' bad. Chatty. Just come to me then. But yeah, big ups. If you haven't already, as I said, be sure to go check him out. He does a great job, and we thank him for being the major sponsor. His dad's already agreed to stay on as our major sponsor, even though Lockie is departing. And yeah, big ups, mate. Take it easy. As soon as we are in lockdown and my mum drove over my glasses, I need to get some. Yeah, speak to Lockie. But yeah, big ups, mate. Take it easy, guys. We will speak to you guys real soon. Be sure to go check them out. Go through their window, actually. If he's travelling in that sort of area, there's a new signed ball in there. If it's not there, it will be soon. And yeah, take it easy, guys. We will speak to you again. On Lockie, what's he got here? Thanks, legends, for the kind words. Means a lot. And Dad will be sponsored until he retires. The girls know to look after the Crossbar Capers family. There you go. But yeah, big ups. Be sure to go see them, guys. We will speak to you guys real soon. Lucas, I'll get a photo of Ben and of that thing out, and we'll send it to you.
Hi, Brownie.
Bob the Builder. Brownie, fuck off back to Perth. And it's fitting that Brownie's just rocked up here, ladies and gentlemen, because this is where we're going to end the stream right here, right now.
He's good at that.
I know, it's fantastic. No one wants to hear his shit. No one wants to friggin' speak to him. He's a couple of hours behind us, so he's a bit slow. We'll let it slide. Anyway, we'll leave it there, guys. Take it easy. As always,
We hate Coast Scum.
hashtag we hate Coast Scum in big, bold capitals. Wherever you can post it, whack it in there somewhere. Central Coast friggin' Facebook page, wherever. Don't care. Whack it in there. If you play COD like me and stuff like that, that's pretty much what I am. It's what it is. Hashtag we hate Coast Scum everywhere. We'll catch you guys real soon. Take it easy. There it is. Get it in there. Absolutely. Thanks, Luke. Thanks to everyone. And I'll speak to you guys real soon. See you later.